Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Duke Tub Tim. I'm sure some of us here are meeting me for a first time, but there's also many of you where we go back years, if not decades. And I wanted to explain the reason behind this video, but also this channel moving forward. Now, before I get into that though, I'm sure, again, there's a number of people that might be like, what's this guy's background like? What is his experience? So I'll just do a brief on my background. So in a nutshell, I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. Mainly in the direct sales marketing space. And I'll tell you, when I came on board, I was 16 years old, had to learn the ropes. I wasn't naturally talented. So, right, you have your ups and downs as an entrepreneur. But I was very hungry. I was very driven. And I had very good coaches and mentors. And over the years, things began to click for me. And at the age of 20 years old, it became a blessing where, again, at the age of 20, I was able to break a 7-figure income. At the age of 21, it became a multiple 7-figure income. And from there, just over the decades, it continued to progress. And again, couldn't complain financially. Now, over those 20 plus years came a lot of experience and the ups and downs. Right? Just the grind as an entrepreneur. And I'll tell you, there have been times where I had to build all over again from scratch, from the ground up, right? And then build from nothing and then build it up to, again, a 7-figure income, multiple 7-figure income. And I had to do that actually more than once. I had to do it 3 to 4 times. And I say that not to brag. It's more so through those experiences, which at the beginning were not fun, you learn a lot of what works and what doesn't work. You see the patterns. You see what's consistent. And then you see like, well, okay, usually building something, these are like what I would like to say non-negotiables. And then these we can be flexible. You also learn a lot of what doesn't work, right? Now, in my line of work though, because it's marketing, I'm usually working with people. I'm working with lots of people, whether it be an individual, small teams, big groups, organizations of thousands of people. And working with people of different backgrounds, different experience levels. And some had a lot of setbacks. Some, they just ran right out the gate. As I said, you just meet all different types of people where eventually they get to a place where they're crushing it. And when I mean crushing it, being successful in what they're aiming to achieve. I've seen people go from working at McDonald's to breaking a 7-figure income, being the top producer where they were at. I've seen people literally being the top producer or even master distributors, just working with a number of individuals. I've seen people take what they learned and went out of marketing, took it just straight into the real estate, crushed it there, or took it to corporate. As I said, what I gained was a consistency or patterns of what worked and what didn't work. Now, for 20 years of my career, I was in the field, right? Suited up, business casual, just out and about, working person to person or again with groups. But when the pandemic hit, everything went to Zoom, social media, talking on a camera, and not working person to person. And I did feel that there was something kind of missing there, but it is what it is. This is the times that we live in today. But as I worked with people, because again, it became a lot more private. I worked a lot more one-on-one. I've had numerous people that I'd be coaching or consulting with say, you need to share what you're learning with more people or what you've learned. They would tell me that, I heard this before, but I never heard it that way. And it clicks a certain way. And as I said, they said, why don't you broadcast more? Why don't you do YouTube? I've gotten that. So you fast forward, because it's been in the back of my mind for well over a year. It's leading up to today, where I definitely have felt compelled to become more vocal, share what I've learned, whether you want to call it a training or giving certain tips. My goal is to work with this channel. When it comes to reach, I really don't know how far the reach will go. I'm leaving that to God, but also the level of impact and also the community. I want to create content that I feel the community would want to learn or hear. And so one thing I'll say is that as this community, let's say, grows, I would want to hear the feedback. What do people want to learn? But also, as I said, I want to share things where I go, you know what? I think this could really move the needle, and I may do content on that. But with that being said, this is the first video that I'm doing. And so if you see where this is going, and if you like where this is going, definitely like, subscribe, right? Share this with others. But as I said, this is the first go. I look forward to the next video, and perhaps I'll see you next time. Take care.